Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Awesome. So, we are working, and your name is Kristy, right?
Yes.
Okay, so, Kristy, and I think you said that you're 48.
Yes.
Okay, and then what did you want to work on today?
The negative self-talk, the overthinking.
Okay.
I
And then
would
on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate it? 1 being the lowest, and then 10 being like the most severe.
probably a 9.
A 9. Whew. Is that like on a consistent basis, or does it like come and go in waves?
No, it's pretty consistent, and I work from
Consistent.
home mostly, so it's like interfering in my work daily also.
Okay. Okay, no, that makes sense. So let's go ahead and have a quick moment of silence and we'll get to it.
Okay.
All right, let's do this. I'm so excited. Okay, so Christy, do you have a trapped emotion you can release that's causing this negative self-talk and overthinking? Yes, maybe another 135. Blaming. When did this extend to 987? Age 7. Need to know more about this. So let's go ahead and release that. So, like being blamed for somebody else's problems. Did we release that? What's the biggest disruptive? Do you recognize that one?
Um, Not really, but
Okay, that's okay.
I
No,
just don't remember.
you don't remember your childhood?
Yeah, I do. It probably was because my parents didn't get along and my dad was never there, so that makes sense.
Oh, dang it. That makes sense. All right, let's keep going. So, what's the biggest disruptive emotion we can release now that's causing this negative self talk and overthinking? 135. So, fear. When did this reach 10, 20, 20, 19, 18? Age 18. I need to know more about this. No. Let's go ahead and release that. Did we release that? What's the biggest disruptive emotion we can release now that is causing this negative self-talk and overthinking? We got 1, 3. Grief. When did this pretend to 9? Age 9. We need to know more about this. No. Let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion we can release now that's causing this negative self-talk? We got 1, 3. Self-abuse. So being really hard on yourself. When did this pretend 20, 30, 20, 7, 6, 5, 4, age 24? We need to know more about this. No. Let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion we can release now that is causing this negative self-talk and overthinking? We got 1, 3. Grief. When did this pretend to 987? Age 7. We need to know more about this. So let's go ahead and release that. Did we release that? Do you have another emotion we can release now that's causing this negative self-talk and overthinking? We got 1, 3, 5. Fear. When did this pretend to 98? Age 8. We need to know more about this. No. Let's go ahead and release that. Did we release that? What's the biggest trapped emotion we can release now that's causing this negative self-talk and overthinking? Maybe even a 1, 3, 5. Terror. When did this pretend to 9? Age 9. We need to know more about this. No. Let's go ahead and release that. Did we release that? What's the biggest trapped emotion we can release now that's causing this negative self-talk and overthinking? Maybe that one. Betrayal. When did this pretend to 9, age 8? We need to know more about this. So let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion we can release now that is causing this negative self-talk and overthinking? Maybe another one. Abandonment. When did this pretend 20, 20, 19, 18? Age 18. We need to know more about this. So let's go ahead and release that. Did we release that? What's the biggest trapped emotion we can release now that is causing this negative self-talk and overthinking? Maybe another one. Betrayal. When did this 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, age 7? We need to know more about this. So let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion we can release now that is causing this negative self-talk and overthinking? Maybe not 1, 3. Confusion. Confusion is kind of like, what is that called? It's when people have like manipulated you, gaslit you, or like lied to you. Does that resonate with you?
Yes, very much so. I spent the
Okay.
past 3 years getting over a narcissist.
No, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you have trauma bonds from that?
Yeah.
Dang it. Okay. Confusion. When did this 10, 20, 30, 46? So 46. Do we need to know more about this? No. Let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion we can release now that's causing this? Okay, go ahead and stand up, walk around, take 10 steps, move your shoulders around, move your neck around. Give me a little shimmy, a little bit of twerking. Get it, get
My dog thinks I'm
it.
playing.
Oh, your dog thinks you're playing. That's so cute.
Yeah, my German Shepherd thinks I was playing while I was stood up to dance.
Aw, cute. All right, go ahead and take a really big deep breath. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest and 10 being the most severe, how do you rate that negative self-talk and overthinking? Do you feel like an energy shift with that, or?
Yeah, I got like kind of hot. Does that ever happen? Like it got
Yes,
like a
yes.
hot sensation?
Yep. Warmth or like tingling sensations or
Yes.
um yep, that's pretty normal. Or 'cause sometimes people feel like lighter in their chest sometimes. So, I want to try one thing to help with trauma bonds and stuff. So, I'm gonna ask if you will hold that person in your mind, like whoever that person is that you feel trauma
Mhm.
bonded to, the narcissist. Let's ask, do you have a courting with this person? Yes. Is it so? It's a gut to gut. Do we need to know more? Gut to gut typically signifies like you are trying to have a relationship with them, but then you ended up like just feeling all of their anxieties and stuff. So we'll go ahead and just release that. Did we correct that? Do you have another courting with this person? Yep, brain to brain. So brain to brain typically signifies like manipulation and control. And it's kind of like that feeling of like they're just like always in your head. So let's go ahead and
Yeah.
release that. Did we correct that? Do you have what's the biggest trapped emotion, or do you have another recording we can release now with this person? Yes, this is a heart to heart. So maybe at one time in your relationship, things were healthy, but then it kind of turned upside down, and you're just like, this is not healthy anymore. So let's go ahead and release that. And then this next one is genitals to genitals. So it's basically, it sounds kind of strange, but if you are familiar with like root, with the chakras, then this is like root
Mhm.
chakra to root chakra, where a lot of the times narcissists will force safety with them and only them. Like you're not allowed to be like independently safe. Or feel independently safe, if that makes any sense. There's a lot of codependency there, if that makes any sense. So they kind of force that, if that makes any sense. But do we need to know more about this? So we're going to release that genitals to genitals. Did we correct that? Do you have another recording? Okay, so again, go ahead and stand up, walk around, take 10 steps, move your shoulders, Give me a little shimmy, a little bit of twerking, get it. And
Yeah.
then on a scale of 1 to 10, after a really big deep breath, 1 being the lowest and 10 being the most severe, how do you rate that negative self-talk and overthinking?
About a 5.
Yay! That is so much better.
That is so much better.
That's
Thank you
awesome.
so much.
I'm so happy for you. Yeah, you're
I'm
welcome.
good.
That's
I'm
awesome.
gonna book though some sessions with you, I think.
Yes, I would love to work with you some more. So, yay! And I think there's a few more trauma bonds that need or recordings that need to be released. So definitely recommend booking another session, and then releasing your heart wall. I think that will help a lot with the negative self-talk and overthinking as well. I usually like to go over like release that as quick as possible because it's like the 10 birds with one stone kind of a thing. So
I'm going to
awesome.
review with my mother about what happened whenever I was 7 or 8, though, because I really don't
Yeah.
know what happened then. So that I would like to kind of dig into that.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And I know that sometimes when you are going through like stuff as a kid, most of the time it's being absorbed. I would say before the age of 7 or 8 is when most things in your childhood are absorbed. So, like for example, if your parents got divorced at like age 7 or 8, that's probably where a lot of it came from. So, does that make sense? Like they were
Hmm.
going through it, so in turn, like you were getting it from them. So,
No, it didn't happen until I
cool.
was 20, but yeah,
Oh, okay. But like
it
the
was just
fighting and stuff definitely could have.
not decided.
So,
Yes, yeah.
yeah, for
But
sure.
okay, then
Okay.
I will
Well,
get a
thank
hold of
you.
you and thank you.
Thank you. I
I
hope you have a
appreciate it
wonderful
very much.
day.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye.